today I thought I'd do a book review on The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by Marie Kondo. You've probably all heard about this book. It's become a huge success in the UK and everybody seems to be talking about it now. I picked up the book about 6 months ago and since then she's also released a second book called Spark Joy, which is basically an illustrated guide. And the basic premise is that Marie Kondo believes that if you completely declutter your house and tidy everything and put things in proper places and give everything its own location, that you'll never have to tidy again. And that will free up your time for other more interesting things and allow you to kind of pursue the other things you want. Of course, I love the sound of this and I'm always looking for ways in which to kind of simplify my life. Personally, I'm a massive hoarder. I love collecting things. I kind of squirrel away things just in case. I hate throwing stuff away just in case it might come in handy. So I was definitely in need of the book from Marie Kondo, and kind of Graham was really supportive of the idea because I think he's a bit fed up of being surrounded by millions and millions of objects. Some of the methods that Marie Kondo outlines in her book to go about this sort of process of decluttering and how to start it is that you group things by categories. So first of all, you might tackle all your clothes, then you might tackle all of your toiletries, then books, then cards, etc., etc. So it's really important that you tackle it category by category. So the idea is you get everything together, you dump it all on the floor, and then you pick up each item and ask the question, does this spark joy? Which has kind of become a bit of a joke in our house because I keep asking Graham, does this spark joy, when he has just loads of stuff lying about the place and I basically want to throw it away. And the other big idea I think that Marie Kondo has is that that we really need to treat our items with respect, so that we should care for them and love them and they'll last longer, and actually we'll get more joy out of them if we do that. So her methods for tidying and for putting stuff away are quite specific and quite unusual really. So she's got this whole folding method that everything should be sort of standing upright so you can see everything you own, and the way in which you group things and put them away and making sure they're with the same item. So you should have all your tops in one place, all your socks in one place, and all your jumpers in another place. And that way, when you go to look in your cupboards or your wardrobes to see what you've got, you can see everything. And she's also quite brutal about things as well, which I find quite difficult for somebody who's super sentimental about everything and attaches some kind of emotional memory to like the silliest of objects. So for example, she says that birthday cards, or any kind of card that you might receive, their purpose is to convey a message, which might be happy birthday or happy Christmas, etc. And once you've read that card and read the message, the card has served its purpose and then you should throw it away. And I have like huge piles of birthday cards and Christmas cards going back to when I was like 5. And I'm kind of thinking, I can't keep this up for the rest of my life, otherwise I'm gonna have to like have a room in my house dedicated to cards, and that's just crazy. So she's quite brutal with things like that. So once I'd read the book cover to cover, I was really quite excited to get going. She does make you really excited because she makes you think that you could transform your life, which I suppose you can to some degree, but not entirely. These things have their limitations, but I was really excited to get going, and I started with clothes, and it probably took us about 3 days to do clothes. So a word of warning, if you're going to do this, you're going to end up living in a kind of bomb site for a while. We chucked everything on the floor. We did all of my stuff first, and then we did all of Graham's stuff, and asked the question, does this spark joy? And we did that with clothes and shoes, and by the end of it we had 9 bin bags full of stuff that we took to the charity shop. I mean, that's crazy. Like, we don't have loads of storage space. We've got a big cupboard, which is great, and we've got a big chest of drawers, but we managed to get rid of 9 bags full of stuff. And that's because things were just rammed and crammed in every kind of nook and crevice. The next thing I did was sort of accessories, so like jewellery, sunglasses, and then I did makeup, and then I did toiletries. That's probably about as far as I got. I've done a bit in the kitchen, so I've done kind of dried food, is that a category? Kind of basically stuff that keeps, store cupboard stuff, because we discovered that we had like cans of tomatoes that actually went off in 2009 and stuff like that. So freed up loads of space there. But I haven't done bills, which is one that's kind of on my to-do list, and I haven't done books, and I haven't done stationery, like kind of pens and all that jazz. So I'm going to show you inside my drawers to see some of the tidying that I've been doing, and it's not the best example, but you kind of get the idea. These are all my tops, and they've all been folded so they kind of stand up. And the great thing is, instead of folding them and placing them on top of each other when you can't see everything that you own, this way I can basically see every single top that I own, and I can see the top of it. So when I'm getting dressed in the morning, I know exactly what I've got and what my options are. And in the drawer below, I've got all my trousers and skirts there. So some big chunky tracksuit bottoms. These are all my jeans and my other trousers, and these are kind of my summer skirts at the back there. But I can basically see every single thing. Graham has also got all his tops in here. So those are, kind of looks like he doesn't own that much, but actually there's about 20 tops in there, and that's plenty considering he wears a suit and shirt every day to work. And his trousers are down here, not looking so great because I haven't been managing them. Oops. If these are my jumpers, which you might not be able to see because the light's not very good, basically they're all folded and put there, and Graham's jumpers are all folded and over here, so we can see everything super clearly. And then below I've got pyjamas and gym gear, and then I've put my swimming costumes and bikinis and stuff like that in this box here at the back. So everything that I own for swimming is in one little box. I can just pull it out and use it when I need it. And this is my jewellery. So I've got all my necklaces here and here, and sort of other bits of jewellery in there. I've put all my sunglasses kind of lined up here, easy for me to pick up, hairbands here, and then sort of other jewellery boxes and kind of more precious jewellery in there. And then below is where I've put all my scarves. So I've rolled them all up, and they're all in this tray down here, so I can sort of see every single scarf I own and pick up the ones that I need. So I hope that gives you a bit of a flavour of what I've managed to do so far, and kind of how I've organised my clothes and stuff. It's not perfect at all, and I'm sure if Marie Kondo saw this, she'd be weeping. So in terms of my view on the book, I think it's a really great idea. I think the idea of completely decluttering and sort of freeing yourself from all this stuff is fantastic, and I think it was something that I definitely needed to do and has made me feel a bit more liberated. I think it's also made me a lot more thoughtful about what I bring into our home. So because I like how tidy our cupboards are and how tidy the drawers are, etc., I don't want to buy stuff as much, which is obviously great, and my bank balance is thanking me for that. But some of the bits of the book that I found I didn't necessarily agree with, or I thought were a bit strange. Marie's very much into kind of really looking after your items, which I think is great, but also almost talking to them. So for instance, when she comes in from a day after work, she says that she'll say to her bag, "Thank you for carrying all my stuff, thank you for doing such a good job, and thank you, shoes, for carrying, protecting my feet," etc. And I think she believes that actually if we treat our stuff with more respect and actually thank it and appreciate it, that it will last longer and look better. And I think to an extent there's some truth in that, but I don't think my jumper or my shoes or my bag knows if I'm speaking to it in a nice voice or if I'm shouting at it. Haven't tried it yet, but for me that was like a little step too far. The other thing that I quite disagreed with her on were books, and she basically says that once you've read a book you should throw it away because it's given you the information that you need, and you very rarely read books more than once, which I do think is true. However, I love books and I love collecting books, and I love being able to give people books and lend people books, so I just couldn't face the idea of throwing books away. It just really jarred with me. So would I recommend The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up? Yes, I definitely would. I think it's a really fun read, actually. It's really easy. It's one of those ones you can just read on the tube and kind of chuckle along to yourself as you hear the kind of strange things she suggests. And I would definitely have a go implementing it in your house. And it does make you realise how kind of material we are and how we cling on to things a little bit too much. Spark Joy, the other book, the illustrated guide, also really helpful. I don't think it's necessary to buy it. You can look online and you can see examples of her methods of tidying. There's a few YouTube videos, etc. But it is very aesthetically pleasing. It's a lovely cover. So if you want it because it looks beautiful, then buy that as well. But I definitely think the set would make a nice present for someone. And I hope you enjoyed my review of The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. Let me know if you've read the book yourself and how you've got on with it and your thoughts. I'd love to hear.